Industry news.
Tyler.
Terral.
Terral.
Right. Industry news.
The Girl Scouts of Greater Los Angeles have teamed up with Women in Games International to create a game development merit badge. Women in Games International hopes to encourage more diversity within the gaming community by adding more women in the workforce, and going through the Girl Scouts seems to be a very good way of encouraging young girls to pursue that interest. Girl Scouts will work through the web-based coding tool GameStar Mechanic, which is geared to teach children how to code. GameStar Mechanic will work with the Girl Scouts of Greater Los Angeles to create a specific system for the Scouts to follow in order to earn the merit badge. Maybe by encouraging Girl Scouts to enter the male-dominated world of video games, the future of the industry may see more gender equality and less cleavage in female protagonists, which is just great. It's awesome.
All right, guys, strap in for a ton of 3DS news. Firstly, Nintendo recently announced an upcoming Link to the Past sequel. You heard right, one of the greatest games of all time is getting a sequel, and it's on the 3DS. The footage Nintendo released notes that the game is still in development, but it's kind of a bummer that all the stuff so far looks more like a rehash than a sequel, a couple of new mechanics accepted. Along with that, Nintendo announced Mario & Luigi Dream Team, a continuation of the Super Mario RPG series, oddly centered on Luigi, a new Yoshi's Island with a weird art style, a Mario & Donkey Kong puzzle game, and that Earthbound will now be on the Wii Virtual Console. So get psyched for all of that, Nintendo fans.
Quantum Dream CEO Guillaume de Fondamierde, I guess, announced in a recent conference that Heavy Rain grossed $100 million as an example that innovative games don't necessarily mean unsuccessful games. The game surpassed the company's projected sales by over 700,000 copies, and even won a good handful of awards, such as Technical Innovation from the 7th British Academy Video Game Awards and PlayStation 3 Game of the Year from IGN. De Fondamiere went on to say, "We should stop thinking that innovation rhymes with unprofitable. While Heavy Rain's $100 million may not be anywhere near as enticing as God of War 3's profits, it certainly does say something for those developers out there looking to do something different for a change, and that's that no vision should be compromised for fear of failure."
Bethesda making a survival horror game? The company recently announced The Evil Within, a new horror game headed by the mastermind behind the original Resident Evil, Shigeru Mikami. It's slated to release next year on 360, PS3, and next-gen consoles. Along with the announcement, Bethesda released a live-action trailer, and it looks messed up. If the trailer's any indication, it'll be about a barbed wire maker and monsters that attack a picture of his mother. Seems like it takes some elements of Japanese horror movies, obviously, and it also seems pretty awesome. Although a lot of people were hoping for something about Fallout 4 soon, The Evil Within still looks pretty rad. We'll be looking forward to learning more about it.
Making some waves in the industry over the last few months. Since it was announced last year on Kickstarter, people have been curious about what it will be able to do and how gamers and game developers alike will react to it. The Ouya's head of developer relations, Kelly Santiago, announced that it has reached 10,000 signed developers worldwide. Santiago stated that it's really awesome, especially at this early stage of the console still being in the preview period. While most of the signed developers are small-time, with the possible exception of Brutal Legends Double Fine Studio, Santiago says that partnerships with larger developers and publishers will be coming up in the next few months. The Ouya is an interesting case of a small-time business going up against the bigger elites of the industry. Despite some reports of the Ouya's subpar hardware performance, with its tempting price tag, customization potential, and appeal to indie developers, we're sure to see some interesting specs from the little console that could.
Microsoft is doing well. I don't know if you've heard of it. It made $6 billion in profit this quarter. Its Windows division grew 23%, and its CFO is stepping down. Giving no real reason, the company recently announced that Peter Klein, after 11 years at Microsoft, will be resigning at the end of the fiscal year in July. The company's Xbox department generated $2.5 billion this quarter, a slight drop from the last one, but a big jump from this time last year. This announcement comes soon after Microsoft creative director left because of some inflammatory tweets about the next generation of console. It's hard to say what this means for the next generation of Microsoft consoles, but we'll be following it closely.
Alright, you do this. Start this.
Okay. That was
industry
news. Terral.
I'm Tyler.
Tyler.
Industry
News.
Industry news.
Industry
I'm
news.
Tyler.
And Terral.
I'm Tyler.
Stay.
Industry news.
Stay up.
Stay
On the tuned.
up.
On the tune. Stay tuned.
You're watching the